Hey guys, Xaryu here, and today you guys asked for it, so I'm going to deliver the finals of the North American 2017 regionals. Here we have Panda Global versus Method Synergy. Right away, we're starting on the grand, but this time it's a best of 7 series between these two teams because it is the grand finals. Winner of this takes it all. So Rub Cub, Jelly Beans, Wallabear versus Trill, Mez, and Colo. Mez and Trill and Colo have been playing this Windwalker DK so much in this tournament, and Jelly Beans and Walla bringing out Hunter Warrior, which is just so bizarre. No one really played Hunter Warrior Resto Shaman in this patch at all, so we're gonna have to see how these teams kind of battle it out. But I really do think that Windwalker DK is a stronger composition right now. There could be longer kill onto the Hunter with CC, or more of a quick Shaman Gib with type like a death grip with a leg sweep into the Fist of Fury. I'm not sure if they're belt, but into these Blood Elf silences, and it's just 100-1 with the Shaman. But if they don't kill the Shaman there, then the Hunter's still under pressure. So that's what I expect to see out of the Windwalker DK. On the other hand, the Hunter Warrior, they do have potential to kill with their long CC chain. So it's going to be like a storm bolt into a trap from the Hunter. Look at these two teams just sitting behind the pillars. That's funny. It is the grand finals, so I guess they don't really want to get a bad open or anything. But into a trap from the Hunter, into a fear from the Warrior, maybe even to a half hex. They have these long CC chain potentials. But as this game gets started, Trill and Mez going to grip in Rub Cub right away into that Asphyxiate. Do they have anything else? Into that Blood Elf Silence like we talked about. Rub Cub does pop his wall. Looks like he's going to be okay for now. Trill does pop his Serenity, does pop his String. So a lot of offensive cooldowns from Trill. If they can get some CC onto Colo, that could be their kill potential. Disarm comes off onto Mez. Wallabear gets silenced, but Rub Cub still not really being able to top himself off. His wall is over. That Earthen Shield does go down. He does get quickly interrupted there, but Mez and Trill taking a lot of pressure. Leg sweep comes out on the Rub Cub though. If anything follows, the Fist of Fury, there was a slight gap though, and Rub Cub does get that link off. But even with that link, Rub Cub's still low. He tries to Ghost Wolf to the pillar, does get grip back in, pops his sentence, and goes down. So wow, Rub Cub used every single defensive cooldown he had, maybe not in the best way he could have, because he just dropped. That's crazy to see. Normally when the Shaman pops that Spear Link, they're gonna stabilize for a little bit, and then they're gonna have to get off of him and then reset and then go back on him later, but he just died through everything. That's so surprising. So Method Synergy take game 1, and now they're here on Tiger's Peak Arena in game 2. Rub Cub opting for the Resto Druid this time. So with the Resto Druid, they can do very similar setups onto the Druid, or what they can do is opt for the Hunter strategy, where they're just CCing the Resto Druid with in-caps, with grips into stuns, but going onto the Hunter during that, into the hexes, long CC chains onto Rub Cub. Once again, the Hunter Warrior has the same win condition as we talked about last game with getting those CC chains. I really don't know if I like this comp pick. The Resto Druid might be able to survive a little bit longer, but I think the Hunter or the Warrior, probably not the Warrior, maybe, but looks like they actually want to go into the Warrior. Warrior Trinket's getting very low, die by the sword, comes out immediately. Wow, that is so surprising. I would not think they would go onto the Warrior here, but that full trap comes out on the Colo. Trill's in a little bit of trouble, still has that Karma, still has that wall. He does use Karma, so that is the biggest Monk defensive cooldown. Paralyze coming out on the Rub Cub, he does Trinket it, and Wallabear still not being able to get topped off. Colo's just spam purging onto Wallabear over and over and over and over. Can he survive? He pops Rallying Cry. Bladestorm doing anything he can to survive. Colo is just spam purging. Look at Colo's mana. The game just started. It's already at 65% or so. If Wallabear can't get topped off here, it could just be game, and Wallabear goes down. So extremely all-in aggressive play here from Method Synergy. This is not something that I expected myself. I thought they were going to Hunter, maybe grip in the Resto Druid for goes like that, but just to all-in a Warrior through every defensive cooldown by just Colo spam purging since the gates open. Look, his whole team's at half HP. He had used that Spear Link. Trill had to use his Trinket and his Karma and his wall very early on. Colo half mana, but they just all in. It doesn't matter because they just all in that Warrior. I do think, though, Panda Global would have found a way to survive, which I don't even know if is possible, but if they would have survived, Method Synergy's in a pretty awful spot defensively, but that all-in definitely worked for them. Here we are in game 3. Method Synergy on Tolvaron Arena, up 2-0 on Panda Global. So the mage is Frost. This is a weird pick. So there's a Frost mage Warrior, Resto Shaman, and I think in this pick they kind of just want they want that added control from the Frost Mage, just similar competition to the Hunter, Warrior, Resto Shaman that was initially picked, but the Mage is going to allow a little bit more control with the slows, with the blizzards, but they're going to have their same win conditions. That Stormbolt into the full sheep, into the half sheep, into the quarter sheep, you know, into a cap totem, something like that. So a long CC chain with a ton of cleave damage on the Trill and Mez, kind of whichever one doesn't have Earth Shield, whichever one doesn't have maybe Karma or Wall or Icebound Fortitude or Trinket. They're going to keep all of these things in mind when they're searching for their kill target. They could do Colo swaps, but I don't know if that's going to be the most effective right away. Though Rosita Jones gets gripped in, Asphyxiate coming out onto him. He does sit it and pop Temp Shield afterwards. Wallabear trying to get that counter pressure out a little bit. Trill dipping a little bit below half, but with that Earth Shield, he probably should be fine. Rosita Jones, like I said, guys, just controlling the pace of the game, keeping those blizzards down, keeping those slows onto everyone, and just hiding that Windwalker DK as best as he can. Goes into that full leg sweep and Rub Cubs in that Hex, does shrink it out. I really like that. Does get grip behind the pillar. Beautiful grip there by Mez. That was just genius. Gripping him out of line of sight so he couldn't get topped when they had no CC under Rub Cup. Now Rub Cup gets pet kicked into that short stun, and Rosita Jones is forced into his first ice block. Great CC chain by Trill and Mez there to make that ice block happen. Rosita Jones gets out of the ice block, pops down that orb, pops down the blizzard, pops down his icy veins. This is where the Frost Mage rot pressure starts coming in, the slows. But what we want to see is some type of CC over onto Colo. Once again, Colo is playing a lot more aggressive. He's very low in mana, already 45% mana, and this game just started. That means he's purging quite a bit, playing very aggressive. Trill has to pop that Karma. Does get Storm Bolted, or Cleave stunned after that, but it doesn't quite matter because he did pop that Karma a little bit beforehand. Cola going into that sheep is very short, not going to be able to do too much. Rosita Jones has another block available, sitting around half HP. Not too many defensive cooldowns here from Panda Global left. Once they kind of, you know, sort through the second block, Rubkov doesn't have a link either. Ascendance being popped here. Rosita Jones should be fine for now, but it looks like Method Synergy just has the upper hand in this game. The only redeeming factor is that Colo is a little bit lower on mana. They're playing a little bit more aggressively, so they might run out of steam at some point here soon, and then be able to take down Panda Global just from them not having, you know, anything left as far as mana or defensive cooldowns. Trill, though, has his Karma back up in, you know, about 45 seconds here. Mez still has Icebound Fortitude AMS, so I don't see a kill happening too soon here. Rosita Jones gets gripped in. The leg sweep comes out. The Fist of Fury coming out. The Paralyze onto Rub Cup. Can that get followed up with any follow CC into the full Asphyxiate? Rosita Jones getting very low now with that CC chain onto Rub Cup. Under about 10% life now, and he does force the second ice block. So there it is, guys. Mage has no more ice blocks, no more Spirit Link. Rub Cup is playing Relentless. Pretty much no defensive cooldowns here from Panda Global, and Colo still playing very offensive, but they still have a lot of defensive. Spirit Link available, Icebound Fortitude, Karma coming back up from Trill, Trinkets all over the place. I don't think the Mage is going to be able to score a kill, but as I say that, Trill gets very low. He does have Karma available now. We still have Spirit Link available. Let's see if they decide to use any of them. No, they hold on to it. Trill's still bouncing between, you know, 40-50% life right here. He might have to use some defensive cooldown, but it is nice to know that Mage has no ice blocks. If he does Karma, that Karma is going to sit on that Mage. Rub Cup now getting very low on mana. The Sheep comes out onto Colo. Mez getting a little bit low, but pops his Icebound Fortitude and his AMS, and Trill pops his Karma. A lot of defensive cooldowns coming out from Method Synergy. The Full Fear coming out into Colo. Mez getting quite low. This Mage Warrior doing a little bit better than I thought, but now Rosita Jones and Wallabear caught into the double leg sweep, into the double Fist of Fury. Rub Cup has that link available, it looks like, if he does need it. The Asphyxiate comes out, though, and Rosita Jones goes down. So this was their best shot so far here in this series. I think they did the best as Mage Warrior, which is surprising. I didn't think this is a, you know, very viable comp. They did get a lot of cooldowns. Look at, they're all, you know, pretty low HP. Colo once again playing very offensive with his purchase, but they did get the Karma, the Trinket, the Icebound Fortitude, the AMS. If that game went a little bit longer, I could see the Mage Warrior getting a kill, but it's hard to make that game go a little bit longer because of those incredible CC chains from Trill and Mez. So like I previously said, guys, this is a best of 7 series, so this would be the final game if Method Synergy does take it. That's starting here in about 5 seconds. So Rub Cub and Rosita and Wallabear decided for Demon Hunter Warrior, and they still are just fighting for an answer to take out this Windwalker DK that Method Synergy has stuck to this entire series and a lot of the games that we saw in the past few days. Demon Hunter Warrior, I don't think this is, does very well against the Windwalker DK. I think it does okay. I might expect it to maybe a little bit, better than their other comps, better than the Hunter Warrior perhaps, but I think overall the Windwalker DK just has so much more burst potential than this Demon Hunter Warrior. If the game goes really, really long, I might give the slight edge to the Demon Hunter Warrior. They have a little bit more cleave, a little bit more constant pressure, but Panda Global has to make it into a long game if they want to survive this, which is just what I'm nervous about. Triple adaptation coming out from Method Synergy. Very interesting choice there. Adaptation makes it very difficult to actually get that CC because it's up so often, but right away they're just running onto Rubcub. Rubcub does shrink it while in that first stun and to the Fist of Fury. Now the pressure's turning around on the Colo. Colo does use his he does use his wall and his Earthen Shield as well. Rubcub forced to link there. So he wall links and ascends. This is looking like the first game. Rubcub 5%, 2%, 1%, and just goes down. So they just all in Rubcub once again. And that is pretty much it, guys. That's all she wrote. Rubcub just getting cleaved down by this Windwalker DK game after game. That is so sad. But look at this. Congratulations to Method Synergy. These guys are ecstatic. That is awesome. So we do have our North American regional champions for 2017. Once again, congratulations to my Method boys. These guys are all my friends, and I'm so happy to see them win. Guys, if you like this commentary and analysis, make sure to thumbs the video up and let me know in the comments which games you want me to commentate next. Thumbs down the video if you didn't like it, and talk to me in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace!